Hi everyone, let's talk about total lunar eclipse on the 14th of March in 24 degrees of Virgo. This is time of endings and very volatile time. When I look at March itself, I would call it hot mess. Literally, astrologically, there's so much going on in March that I think a lot of us has been experiencing from what I've noticed in our daily calls, and it's only 7th of March today. But also for the rest of the month, I think we will all experience a lot of volatile energy, changeability, life changing its course very suddenly, unexpectedly. It is literally hot mess because we have so many things happening astrologically in March. We have two eclipses, solar and lunar. We have two retrogrades, Venus and Mercury retrograding at the same kind of time, overlapping each other in the same chunk of the zodiac between 24 degrees of Pisces and 10 degrees of Aries, around the same time. As I said, we have Neptune ingressing the sign of Aries. It's a generational planet, so it happens once in more than 10 years. And also we have spring equinox. So there are so many changes and rebalancing of the energies that we may feel we are walking in a certain direction and then suddenly, life changes its course. Or we have one plan, but then suddenly something is being thrown under our feet and we have to jump over it or go the other way. So there's a lot of changeable, unexpected, but at the same time possibly very exciting energy that we are going to experience. It is time of endings very much because a lot of these lunations and astrological events are happening towards the end of Pisces. Like this one, total lunar eclipse, 24 degrees of Virgo, the moon, and obviously the sun opposing, in the opposing sign, 24 degrees of Pisces. Very strong accumulation of planets towards the end of Pisces, which is end of the zodiac, right? It's like literally the last few degrees of the whole zodiac, because when planets progress to Aries, 0 degrees of Aries, this is when the beginning of the zodiac is. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So accumulation of these planets towards the end of Pisces symbolizes very much endings both on personal but also global stage. So yes, let's hold on tight throughout March and let's have a look in more detail into this total lunar eclipse. Eclipses happen when either of the luminaries, the sun or the moon, are very close, conjuncting one of the nodes. North node is representing collective future destiny, where we are heading, etc. South node represents the past, what we are letting go of, what we no longer need, where we come from. Okay, so this lunation, this eclipse, total lunar eclipse, conjuncts the moon is conjuncting the south node, so even more emphasis on endings, walking away from something, letting go, release, and also full moon, of course, because total lunar eclipse always happens on the full moon. So eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. If we have solar eclipse, this is new moon on steroids. Okay, with total lunar eclipse, it's a full moon on steroids. Full moon in itself is obviously a symbol of culmination, completion, closure, walking away from something, again, endings, right? And then we have this total lunar eclipse conjuncting south node. Really great opportunity to rearrange your life throughout this hot mess in March, but also really great opportunity to, with ease, let go of things that no longer serve you. If you want to let go of something, end a toxic relationship, walk away from some deal that has been difficult, or quit some destructive habits, for example, you want to quit smoking or gambling or whatever it is, now is the time. Literally around 14th of March, you have a great opportunity to walk away from things, people, situations, energies that you don't want in your life, because eclipses bring permanent changes. We can feel the effect of every eclipse a month before, so from the middle of February already, and then 6 months after, even up to 18 months after, because these are permanent changes being implemented in our lives. Closures, completions, culminations, something to do with disclosure and revealing some information that wasn't known or seen before as well. With this one is going to happen. more vividly, I would say. So yes, with eclipse we can experience unexpected sudden events, situations happening out of the blue very suddenly. We didn't see it coming. But then again, it is about being flexible, especially this month, and really going with the flow and adjusting literally every day to what is happening. Global stage is one thing, and we already know there is hot mess out there. But in our personal lives, we will also experience all this changeability and very strong volatile energy. But again, if you want to change something, walk away from certain energies, this is the time to do it. Okay, you will be successful. So where this falls in your chart, 24 degrees of Virgo, have a look, and then opposing 24 degrees of Pisces. This axis between Sun and Moon highlights the area, 2 areas of your life where you will be mostly affected. So have a look in your personal chart and find 24 degrees of Virgo. This axis between Virgo and Pisces is very much about, like on a more general level, what it symbolizes. These two signs are very much about serving others. Okay, so Virgo likes to serve others on a very practical, mundane level. It's about daily routines, tasks, responsibilities, detailed jobs, things like that. Okay, it's about serving others, being of service. And Pisces energy is very much about being of service on a more kind of spiritual, intuitive, charitable, compassionate level. Both these signs may bring some kind of overwhelm. It is about serving others, but it may bring emotional overwhelm with Pisces, or overwhelm of tasks and duties with Virgo. So we may feel confused, overwhelmed, like too much is going on. Very strong emphasis is on health, hygiene, hospitals, diseases, anything to do with Virgo, but also perfectionism, criticism, self-criticism as well, Virgo energy. We may be drawn towards some kind of victimhood and sacrifice, Piscean energy, blurred boundaries, focus on intuition, compassion, creativity, but also being very sensitive to suffering around us, okay? With these energies, but also such a strong accumulation of planets in Pisces, we may observe on a global stage some kind of floods, excessive rain fall, some spillages, oil spillage, water spillage, excessive winds, rain, anything to do with toxic energy, some toxicity as well. There will be, I think, as well, when I look at the aspects of this lunation, so this total lunar eclipse, how it is aspected by other planets is always important to have a look at it as well. We have Uranus being thrown in the mix. Uranus, respectively trining and sextiling the luminaries. So Uranus is going to bring even more volatile, unexpected energy. Because the day after this total lunar eclipse, Mercury is also turning retrograde, whilst Venus is already retrograding. It will have been retrograding for 2 weeks by then. I think it may bring some very unexpected kind of turbulence on financial markets. On a global stage, definitely some big financial changes are going to happen. So there is, yes, this turbulence, unexpected energy with Uranus thrown in the mix. But also when we look purely at this axis of the eclipse of the full moon, Sun and Moon, we have the Sun conjuncted by Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node. Okay, so because Saturn is there, it's actually really good grounding influence. With such a strong accumulation of planets around the end of Pisces chunk of the zodiac, with all the confusion and dreamy, visionary energy, some kind of emotional overwhelm, we need something that grounds it all. And Saturn is there, okay? So that's good. Saturn conjuncting the Sun brings need for grounding. It brings reality check, literally it brings reality check. It helps structure our own creativity, spiritual approach to life, intuition. It brings structure. But also we may feel very sensitive to suffering because of this accumulation of Piscean energy. But with Saturn we have a great opportunity to put some structure on what we want. to plan longer term, or what we want to really walk away from, make a plan of how we are going to shed this energy you no longer want, how you're going to let go of this, what are the practical steps to do it. But altogether, let's hold on tight throughout March. It is hot mess and it is also presenting great chance for us to rearrange our life, but it is essential that we all remain flexible and literally adjust to these changes that are happening and will keep happening on everyday level. So I wish you all the best, good luck, and I'll see you next time.